Welcome back to a Clan a Day podcast brought to you by bagtownclans.com. I'm your host, Colin MacDonald. Today we dive into the fascinating history of Clan Nesbit, also known as Clan Nisbet, a proud and storied family from the Scottish borders whose roots can be traced back to the 12th century. Clan Nesbit's origins lie in Berwickshire, a region of Scotland that has witnessed centuries of conflict, feudal disputes, and shifting alliances. The family name is derived from the Barony of Nesbit, which is located near Edrom. The earliest known record of the Nesbit name dates back to 1160 when William de Nesbit appeared in a charter witnessed by Patrick, Earl of Dunbar, to Coldingham Priory. This is the first recorded mention of the Nesbit family in Scotland, setting the stage for what would become an influential and distinguished line. The lands of Nesbit were likely named after a distinctive geographical feature, perhaps a nose-shaped hill or a bend in the land. This is reflected in the meaning of the name itself. Nesbit is thought to derive from Nise, meaning prominence or nose, and bit, a piece or part, together signifying a hill or land formation that resembled a nose. It's a fascinating example of how the landscape itself shaped the identities of early Scottish families. By the 13th century, the Nesbit family had become firmly established in the region. In 1296, during the Wars of Scottish Independence, Philip de Nesbit appeared on the infamous Ragman rolls, where many Scottish nobles were compelled to swear fealty to Edward I of England. However, despite this early allegiance, the Nesbits quickly returned to their loyalty to Scotland, with several family members distinguishing themselves in the service of the Scottish kings. One of the most prominent early figures of the clan was Adam de Nesbit, who was granted a charter for lands by Robert the Bruce. Adam or his descendants continued to serve the Scottish crown, with the family frequently involved in defending the borders from English invasions. The Nesbits were stalwart supporters of the Bruce cause and played an important role in securing Scotland's independence. Through the 14th and 15th centuries, the clan's fortunes continued to rise. The Nesbits expanded their holdings and built castles, with the most notable being West Nisbet Castle, located south of Duns. This castle, which was eventually incorporated into a grand mansion, became the ancestral home of the clan. The family also held lands in East Nisbet, which later became known as Allenbank. The castle at East Nisbet is no longer standing, but the legacy of these strongholds endures. However, the 17th century was a turbulent time for Clan Nesbit. Sir Alexander Nisbet, a fervent royalist, lost much of the family's lands and power during the English Civil War. His three sons, including the eldest, Sir Philip Nisbet, fought for King Charles I and paid the ultimate price. Sir Philip was executed in Glasgow after the Battle of Philiphaugh in 1645. Two of his brothers, Colonel Robert Nisbet and Major Alexander Nisbet, also perished during the war. The family's support for the royalist cause led to heavy losses, both in terms of land and family members. Sir Alexander's son Adam managed to survive the war, and it was through his lineage that the family would continue. The legacy of Clan Nesbit would not only live on through these hardships, but also through the works of their descendants. One of the most notable figures from the Nesbit line was Alexander Nisbet, 1657-1725, a heraldic expert and author of A System of Heraldry, which remains one of the most important works on Scottish heraldry. His contributions to the understanding of Scottish family arms and lineage were immense, and his work continues to be referenced by scholars and genealogists today. As we move into the 18th and 19th centuries, we see the Nesbitts undergo another transformation. After the Civil War, the family's fortunes had significantly waned, but in the 19th century, the name began to reappear in the public eye. The name was anglicised to Nesbit, and the family spread across England, Ireland, and even into North America. Members of the Nesbit family became involved in various professions, including politics, military service, and literature. Edith Nesbit, the famous children's author known for books like The Railway Children, is perhaps the most widely recognised member of the family in modern times. Despite the losses and changes in fortune, the Nesbitts managed to retain their identity as a proud and resilient family. Their motto, I bide it, I endure it, reflects the perseverance and determination that characterised them throughout their tumultuous history. Today, the Clan Nesbit Society, founded in 1980, keeps the memory of this illustrious family alive, bringing together Nesbit descendants from across the world. The clan's crest features a boar passant symbolising strength and resilience, while their plant badge is the oak, representing endurance and steadfastness. The family's ancestral seat, Nisbet House, remains a symbol of the Nesbitts' enduring presence in Berwickshire. While much has changed over the centuries, the Nesbit family's connection to their land and their legacy remains strong. As we look at Clan Nesbit today, we see a family that has weathered both triumphs and tragedies, but has never lost its spirit. Whether it's through their historic involvement in Scottish politics and wars, their contributions to heraldry, or their literary achievements, the Nesbitts have made a lasting mark on Scottish history. From the rugged landscapes of Berwickshire to the royal courts of Edinburgh, this clan's story is one of endurance, pride, and continuity. Thank you for joining us today on A Clan a Day podcast. Be sure to tune in tomorrow as we explore another fascinating Scottish clan. I'm Colin MacDonald, and as always, go in Airí and both our leet. May the road rise with you.